Yay. Just, oops. Hello. Good evening. This is Ariel Grace from A Gang of Girls Radio. And here tonight, we're going to be talking about soul contracts and karma. So we're going to talk about karma first. Yeah. But while everybody's getting together and stuff, we're going to talk about, I've got some announcements to make. So I'm doing the July special. Hi, Kevin. Love you. I'm doing the July special this month. It's $60 for the hour. I have some appointments available this week and next week, and like July's almost over with. So if you're going to make an appointment, please do. Hey, bro. Hi, Theo. So the other thing, let's see. Oh, okay. So I did a special on the books a couple of weeks ago for a psychic story series and for, hi, Kim, for a psychic story series and Lucy Prophet. So there were over 205 downloads. Yay! Whoa, whoa, whoa. So if you downloaded those books and you have read them, or one of them, hi Crystal, please write a review for me on Amazon. I would appreciate it very much because those reviews help other people see, like, if you liked the book, if you didn't like the book, I don't know. It helps. Okay? Okay. So, so we got that. So review, please review all books that you get from Amazon because it really helps all authors. It does. Okay, so I'm not a psychic medium. I don't assist you with like, you know, with connecting with past loved ones normally. It's not normally what I do. But my bro, Psychic Theo, does, and you can check him out at psychictheo.com. And if you need an astrology thing, and I always tell people this too, before you start a project, before you start anything, get an astrology consult done because it will assist you with mapping out your project. I do it. It really helps me a lot. And you can check out karmiclaw.com. That's rockin' Reverend Rhonda. She can help you out. And for those of you who want a psychic, a medical intuitive, you can check out marcellaz.com. Okay, she's pretty rockin' and awesome and fun. And for those of you in Chicago that I have referred you to Hannah, please let her know that you want a Reiki session because she's a rockin' Reiki girl. She is, and she'll assist with your pets too. Hi, Michael. So Kim, hey. All right, so, you know, just keep working it, Kim, because I'm going to upload, and so you can see it tomorrow, too, because I'll upload it and put it on YouTube, and it goes on the website as well. Okay? Okay. That's another thing, is agangofgirls.com is getting shifted over to arielgrace.net in the next couple weeks. I'm redoing the websites right now, so they'll just be arielgrace.net and A Gang of Girls Radio. There'll be a Gang of Girls Radio tab there because I'm getting ready for September because I'm going to go back on the radio in September. I'm going to be with Kat Hobson's network, and it'll be very fun for everyone. Yeah. All right. So tonight we're going to talk about soul contracts and karma. Karma's fun. It's a fun subject. It really is. So if you have questions, please put them in. And then that way too, when I see them, I'll answer them and stuff for you. So now a lot of people think like karma is getting back at somebody. Well, it's not. It's karma is, there's three types of karma, okay? The first type of karma is the sum total of past karma yet to be resolved. The second one is the sum of that karma plus the experience in this lifetime. Okay? The third karma is that what humans are creating will bear fruit in the future. Okay? So karma is energy. That's what it is. You're creating energy. That's all. All right? So it's your deeds. Like, what do you do? Do you do good things? Do you do not good things? Do you, are you conscious of the things that you do? Because everything that we do is written up in our Akashic records. So every little thing that we do, just like right now, we're doing Facebook Live, that's going up in the Akashic records. Oh, she talked about karma and soul contracts tonight. This is what she talked about. So, and it's pretty cool. I always tell people, you got your little karmic scribe or your little Akashic record scribe with you. That's part of your team. And that scribe is scribing down your deeds, what you do daily. Okay? So make a conscious decision to create in a good way for your higher and better good and for other people's higher and better good. You'll be rocking. All right? But karma is not revenge. That's not what it is. Okay? So we're going to throw that in the trash bucket because revenge anyway is like a waste of time. It's a waste of energy. It's a lower frequency energy and it's no fun. Okay? All right. So if you have a problem with somebody, the best thing that you can do is I forgive you. I release you. Okay? I forgive you. I release you. Let it go. Because it doesn't help to hold a grudge. Got things to do, people to see, and places to go that are way better than like what you have been doing or whatever. Hey, Brandon. So make sure that you're doing things for your higher, better good and other people's higher and better good. And then you're good. Right? Right. It's probably what you signed up for. Yeah. Okay. So now that we've talked about karma, we're going to talk about the Akashic records a little bit because they go with soul contracts. So everybody has their own book. I always call it your book. It's your book of life. And it is your book of lifetimes, actually. It's the energy that holds all of your lifetimes all together, right? And it's always being written. Like I said, you have your like little Akashic record keeper spirit that's always with you, that's always, it's a scribe, always taking notes, always writing down everything that you do, and that's your book of life or your Akashic records. All right, so the Akashic records holds all of your lifetimes. So if some people go to see an Akashic record reader or they have past life readings done, and those are fun and interesting because you can find out through past lives like why you do this stuff that you do now. My mom didn't do that, my dad didn't do that. Why do I do this? Well, it could be it could be something that you picked up and it just stayed there. It stayed with you, and whether it's helping you or not, that's up to you. But think about your character and why you do certain things. Why do you? What's your why? In this lifetime, I love the idea of freedom. I do. I love the idea of freedom. I love it, and I love to do stuff myself. I'm a very independent person, and so when people try to control me or things like that, it's like I'm a rebel. And I had lifetimes of like having to marry people I didn't like and like having to do things I didn't like because I was a woman and all this stuff. And so in this lifetime, I'm like, I could say whatever I want, do whatever I want. I can wear big earrings, So, and I take joy in it, right? So, and that's why like I always help people also to achieve that freedom and independence, so they're not dependent on others, right? So that's what, it's always fun to be independent, not dependent on others, only because, then you can be you yourself. You can be free. fun, huh? Yeah. All right. So, and I'm just giving that as an example of like the reason why I like the whole freedom. Because if you ask me, people ask me, they'll say, "Oh, what nationality are you?" I am an American. That's what I am. I'm American. I love America, and I love the freedoms that are here in America, because in other places they're not, for especially for women still. Okay, so so that's like an example of a characteristic that I have that comes from other lifetimes. And so you have your Akashic record keeper. You can always connect to your Akashic record keeper. It is an energy that feels like wisdom, you know, and it feels like you too, you know, because it's pretty much a kind of a funny duplicate of you. Like mine looks like a cartoon duplicate of me. So you can check into that. If you want to learn how to read your Akashic records, like say you want to do that specifically, I'm always telling people, you know, go take those workshops, check that out, find out who the Akashic record keeper that is a record teacher is in your area. I know in Chicago, Juliette Lullier, she teaches Akashic records. There were a couple other people, but I don't think they're in Chicago right now. And she has like a beginning, intermediate, and get out there kind of class too. So check it out, see what you think of it, and see if you can connect to it. There's some books too. There's lots and lots of books about it. Yeah. So anyway, all right. So if you want to learn how to do it, do that. I learned how to read the Akashic records through soul retrieval when I was learning how to do soul retrieval for people. We'll talk about soul retrieval in a second too, because that goes with this whole soul contract thing. But, you know, being able to do it yourself though, and assisting yourself is a really good thing. And I always encourage people to learn how to take care of yourselves. Why? Because you're the best person that can take care of you, right? Right. Yeah. So, you know, remember that as we go along. All right. Soul contracts. Now, a lot of people, we've talked about this a little bit in other videos and stuff. Like we've talked about your kids and like how they could be your soulmates. And we've talked about like your friends and how they could be your soulmates. And we've talked about your family members and how they can be your soulmates. So I had a really wise friend a long time ago. Her name was Chastanika Eagle. And one of the things that she said to me was, and to a lot of other people too, so we had this girl in the class and she was just like, oh, I gotta find my soulmate and all this stuff. And and Chastanika was like, well, if you look at everybody as your soulmate, you'll see the specialness in everyone. And it'll be good to go. You'll see your soulmate in everyone. And that just blew her mind and she was very upset. But we'll talk about that in a minute too. So our soul contracts are not just like about the relationships that we have with other people. Our soul contracts are a lot about what we decided before we came into this lifetime. Like, what do we want to learn? It was our own personal contract with ourselves. Like, what do you want? What did you want to learn in this lifetime? How did you want to learn it? Did you want to learn it on your own? Did you want to meet up with somebody to learn it? You know, so these are soul contracts. These are agreements that you made for your own soul's growth, which is awesome. You know, and just because like you may not be a spiritual person, or you may not be a religious person. Everybody's got their own stuff that they need to figure out. Hi, Mom. So, you know, everybody's got their own stuff that they have to figure out. All right? And you decided before you came in here to figure some things out. So maybe in this lifetime you said, oh, you know what? I want to have a big family with lots of kids, and I want to learn about being a mom. And that's part of your contract that you have with yourself, like your learning experience. But maybe like in other lifetimes, like before this century, hospital stuff wasn't that great. Or medical stuff wasn't that great, especially for women giving birth to children. And so maybe in another lifetime you had miscarriages, maybe you couldn't conceive, maybe you died in childbirth, lots of different kind of crazy things that might have happened. And so even though you want to have this family, and it is, it's a wonderful learning lesson and stuff, you also have to overcome the fear of childbirth. The fear of, oh my God, I could get sick, or oh my God, I could lose the baby, or oh my gosh, my baby could die. So it's a big, it's a big thing. That is a huge thing, especially now. Women are really looking at like not having children in their 20s, but having children maybe in their late 30s and early 40s, and they're putting it off. And then when they get to that place, and they have that fear, and they have to overcome it, right? So you have to overcome the fear of the unknown. You have to and feel courageous enough to say, you know what, I'm going to do everything that I can to assist myself in having my children and staying healthy and doing all the good things that I can do, to assist myself with this and overcome my fear of childbirth, right? Hi, Haley. So that may be, so like, here's the contract for you to fulfill your dream of being a mother of a huge family. And then here's also your lesson in overcoming your fear of childbirth. Yeah. So that's where, if it's, that fear is really deep and it's like one lifetime after another of that going on, that's where an Akashic record keeper can assist you. That's where soul retrieval can assist you as well. All right, because we can go back and we can correct some lifetimes. We can make some changes because it's your book, right? And, as a writer, you have to go back and edit sometimes, right? So we kind of go back. When we do soul retrieval, I lead you back to the most traumatic time of like childbirth. And we go through that time and we change some things. And we bring back into you some courage so that you are okay with having your baby and you're not afraid of the childbirth thing, right? It's a process, and it's something that you can overcome. And that is an example of a soul contract, lesson learned, and all these different things that go on. Okay, so if you look at your lifetime, this is what I've told a lot of students, is look at your lifetime, all right? And start writing a timeline. And you can write many different timelines. Like you can theme out your timelines. You can theme out like, okay, so this is my timeline from 0 to 12. What's the first thing you remember? What's the first event you remember? I always tell my mom this. I remember like watching my dad build a ship when I was really little, and he was building this ship, and she goes, you were so little when that happened. How do you remember that? I'm like, I don't know, but I remember standing there watching him build the ship, and I was really little, and I remember like him talking to me, not understanding what he was saying, but he was talking to me, and he was building this ship. It was like one of those model, I don't know, I think it was like a pirate ship or something. But it had sails and all kinds of stuff. So what is the first thing you remember? And you can do that like throughout your childhood. You can look at the things that happened in your childhood. And then you can stop and then go, okay, well, I want to do a timeline from the time I was 12 to 16. Probably a lot of things happened during that time. You want to like go through that and block them out because, hi Bonnie, because you want to see your life. You want to see like, oh yeah, I remember this. Oh yeah, I learned this. So start writing your timelines and see in your timelines like traumatic experiences, happy experiences, loving experiences, all these great things, and even the bad things too. You might want to theme it, bad things. And start timelining that out too, because it's going to assist you with clarifying. It's going to assist you with clearing out some stuff, because you might run up against some things that like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. I need to forgive that and release it. Forgive and release, because we're not holding grudges. No grudges, okay? Because we got that whole karma thing going on, right? We just want that karma thing to be nice and great, and we want to create smooth energy, wonderful energy. Okay? So sit down. You don't have to sit down in one night and do your timelines. You can do them over time, start a journal, get a little book from the dollar store. I love the dollar store because it has all kinds of cool stuff. Little book. It could be your timeline book. If you like pink, you could get a blue one. There's all different colors. Even have ones with pictures. So it doesn't have to be fancy or anything. Just start writing. And you'll start to see too, as you write your timelines and the events that happen in your life, and you start clearing out old goo and cooties, that you start to feel better, you start to feel lighter and brighter. Okay, and these are all things that you can do yourself. So that way you start to feel light, bright. You feel more open and ready to receive energy that is for your higher and better good, instead of holding old energy that's really not, right? Yeah. So it's very important for everybody. So like when you're doing your timeline, here's this great little plaque thing that Angel Rose Knox made for me. It's, when you're forgiving people, I love you, I bless you, I forgive you, I thank you, I release you. Okay? Some people go, oh no, I can't release that person. You're not releasing the person. You're releasing the energy that is about that event. Okay? So I release you. It's these 5 things are the strongest things that you can say when you're doing your release your work, when you're focusing on that release work. Okay? I love you, I bless you, I forgive you, I thank you, I release you. Okay? Okay. So when you stand up, thank you. So when you're going through your timeline and that, and looking at it and seeing that, those 5 things are the best things that you can do. What it does is it pushes out of your energy field that which does not serve you, so that the good things can come in that do serve you. Okay, so you can move on. And that's, that's really like what it's about. It's about, hey, being happy, buoyant, joyous, moving forward. Right? Sometimes we're not always happy and buoyant and joyous. And that's okay. It's okay. You just have to be okay with who you are. Who are you? This is a way of discovering that and more. So, are these negative or positive things, or both? For the timeline, it's everything, Bonnie. So when you're doing your timeline, you can theme them out. You can this is, like I said, you can put bad things, good things, happy things, however you want to do it. Just as long as you feel good about, how you feel good about it. Okay? Okay. So start writing your timeline. Because and I know you guys probably message me, oh my God, I remember this and blah, 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 and this and this and this. And journal it, write it down. Just start writing everything down, because as you write it down, you're releasing it. It's a form of release. Okay, so when you journal, it's a form of release. And it's one of the best ways to release crap. And some people journal every day. You know, they need to do that. They need to get it out. And it's okay to do that too. Take time every day. Everyone should take time every day for themselves, doing whatever it is that helps them feel good. Okay? And so maybe that's part of your soul contract too, is to be able to release some stuff that you've carried into this lifetime. Right? So you want to release that. Let it go. All right. I do want to go over some things that are, they're, hi Kelly, hi. So I want to go over some things that, these are like my basic 5 things that most people need to release. And because I've had a lot of people, they're like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? How am I going to get over this poverty thing? How am I going to get out of poverty? I need more money. I need more prosperity and abundance. Okay, so in other lifetimes, first of all, in other lifetimes, you could have been a man or you could have been a woman. I'm going to make that a possibility for you right now. So, yeah. Hey, some of my favorite lifetimes are being a buccaneer and like cutting people's heads off and stuff. It was really fun. Okay, so vows of, we're going to go over some vows because everybody has made these vows in some way, shape, or form. Man or woman, either or. Because we need to understand what it's like as a soul to experience male and female. Okay. And remember, all of this is just like things that I have learned too. So don't take it as like you have to do it. These are just like ideas that I'm sharing with you. All right. So all of us have taken these vows in some way, shape, or form. The vow of chastity, which is not having sex. The vow of silence. Throw away the key, right? The vow of obedience. And the vow of poverty. Okay? And we'll just talk about the vows right now. And then we'll go into the next thing. So the vow of chastity is, no sexual relations. All right? The vow of silence is no talking. All right? And with the vow of silence, okay, if you have taken the vow of silence a lot of times, it might be hard for you to express yourself in any way, shape, or form. Okay. So the vow of obedience. Yeah. Okay, so the vow of obedience, like, has anybody seen that movie? It was a great movie. It was a movie about this girl. The fairy godmother gave her this crazy gift and said, this is, I'm giving her this gift of obedience. and everybody's like, what? And she has to do whatever anyone says. I can't remember what that movie's called, but it was a great movie. It's a funny movie. Anyway, so the vow of obedience is going to make you want to please people. Okay. And also obey. All right. The vow of poverty. All right. All nuns, priests, priestesses, a lot of spiritual people have taken these vows. The vow of poverty. Yeah, they are vows that you take when you become a nun or a priest or priestess or some kind of spiritual somebody or other. Hey, Kathy. So, so the vow of poverty, if you've taken it a bunch of times and not released it, guess what's going to happen? You got the vow in your energy field. So how do you release that vow, or how do you get rid of it? And this, all four of these vows can really stop you, maybe from doing the thing that you really want to do, or from your getting to that place of success, right? So you want to make sure that you're looking at your life and going, okay, so where have I ruined myself? Where have I stopped myself? Why do I do that? And this may be a reason why. And I'm using the vow of poverty right now because that's a lot of people's questions to me are, how can I make more money? Or, you know, I'm afraid of changing up my life because I'm afraid of losing money or losing. And so this is connected to your success thing. It's connected to, you know, why you are successful or why you're not successful. Yeah. So, you know, so you may want to look at that and say, okay, I have this vow, and you want to release that vow, right? Gotta let it go. So, again, the 5 things. You know, you loved that life probably because it was probably a very spiritual life. It was probably an awesome life. You know, you felt that great connection to your creator. You're just rocking it, right? So again, I love you. I bless you. I forgive you. I thank you. I release you, because you're releasing that poverty energy that is in your energy field that you want to get rid of. Okay? So moving it out. So that way, too, you're not afraid of the unknown as well, and you're not afraid of your success. Because you want to be successful in whatever you're doing. Who cares what it is? As long as you're successful at it, as long as you feel good about it, right? Because everybody's idea of success is different from the other person's. So you want to make sure that you're comfortable with that feeling of success, or what you consider success is. Everybody has a different thing, right? Right. Okay. So you want to, with these vows, if you have problems like with the vow of silence, and you're in a communication career, you gotta fix that. You know, because maybe you've had several jobs and people are just like, you know, you're a master's in communication, you got all this education and stuff, but, you know, you're not, it's not happening. And so you may want to look at that and go, okay, so where did I make this vow? How many times did I make it? And what words did I use? Because words have power. They do. So if you said that vow of silence for eternity and all time and space, guess what? You're going to be, throw that key away for eternally and all that stuff. Because some people did add fancy words to their vows. And so you may want to release that vow many times. And when I do soul retrieval, we do work on the vows. So, you know, that's one of the things. If you're having trouble with success, we usually look at that and see where you took the vows. Some people have taken all 4 vows over and over and over again. Yeah, so it's in your energy field. You need to clear that out. That way you can move forward with your life, and it can be, you know, what you're planning or wanting and desiring. Okay, so the next one is a big one. And a lot of people have come into this life and they're sad. they have this sadness and they don't even know where the sadness comes from. Hi, Linda. They don't know where the sadness comes from. You know, so they come in and they're sad all the time and they want to be happy and they want to be fulfilled and they want to do all these wonderful, fun things. But they can't because their sadness stops them, or they can't appreciate the fun, wonderful things, right? So sadness is a huge thing. Melancholy, depression, oppression, all of these things. And so that's another thing to look at and see, you know, hey, is this hereditary? Did I inherit this from like my blood ancestors, or did I bring this garbage into my life and now I have to look at it and go, why? And I need to release this. I need to release this energy. Hi, Jose. So we want to make sure that that sadness, you know, we're looking at it, melancholy, depression, oppression. Maybe it's not in our character really to be that way, you know. And so looking at that and like seeing where it comes from, if it is a chemical imbalance in our brains, because if it is a chemical imbalance in your brain, there are ways that you can deal with that. There are medicines that you can take, there's herbs that you can take, there's doctors that you can see, you know, so don't slight yourself. You know, don't not do things for you so that you can feel happy and alive and feel good. All right? So check with the docs. I always tell people to, you know, if you have that about you as well, have some Reiki sessions done. If the Reiki sessions don't help you, try some cranial sacral therapy, because cranial sacral therapy it's like a miracle. Okay? Access bars. That's another thing that can assist with balancing the chemicals in your brain. Okay? Because that's what you want to do. You want to balance it out. All right. So now, sadness from unrequited love. And you might see me making fun of it a lot, unrequited love. Because I'm just like that. I make fun of a lot of things. But I do it so that people lighten up. Okay? So unrequited love is love that has not been satisfied or completed or whatever. So you may want to look at that and say, okay, why do I feel this way about this person? You know, why do I feel sadness whenever I'm around them? Or maybe like you're like Anne Boleyn and, you know, she got her head chopped off and everything. And it was King Henry and they had unrequited love and, you know, they had a crazy life and he had her head chopped off. And so like maybe she meets Henry in a lifetime and they come together and she wants to turn around and run away from him because she's holding her neck, wondering why her head hurts. I know this is kind of a dramatization, but this can happen. And when it does happen, you know, take a look at that person and see, you know, are they really your soulmate? And they probably are. Why do you feel that way? And what can help you feel better? And it may be that you just need closure. It may be that this person has come into your life so that y'all can have closure. You're done. And you move on. Hi, how are you? Good, that's fine, great. Maybe see you in another lifetime. Nice to see you again. Or if you have to go into a relationship, make sure that while you're in that relationship, if you're still feeling sad, you need to deal with the sadness. If you still feel like this person may abandon you, you have to deal with that. Like my son Risk, when he was a little kid, I couldn't even sleep because he was worried, you know, that I would disappear. And so we did some past life stuff with him. And we found out that way back in the day, in the Roman days, I was a soldier, and he was my son, and I left. And I didn't come back because I died. And then there were a couple other lifetimes that were similar that Risco and I had together. And so whenever I left in this lifetime, he'd flip out. If I worked more than what I said I was going to work, he would flip out. If I was gone longer than I was supposed to be gone, he would flip out. So I started to work with him energetically on that so that he wouldn't feel like I was abandoning him, because that was never my intention in this lifetime, is to abandon him. So, so we started working on that, or I started working on that energetically when he was a little boy. And slowly he started coming out of it and stopped feeling like, he would be abandoned. So it took a while. It wasn't just like an overnight thing. It took about 3 or 4 years for me to get him to a place where, energetically, where he didn't think that I was going to abandon him or not come back. Okay? So a lot of these healing modalities, if you're like I'm 53, so like say I had been carrying around this feeling of abandonment for 53 years, it's going to take more than one visit to a cranial psychotherapist or a Reiki master or past life person or soul retrieval, whatever. It's going to take more than one time to do it, to clear it. That's just how it is. It's like if you've only drank Coca-Cola for the past 10 years, of course your body is yikes. So when you start fixing it up, you're going to go through withdrawals of your Coca-Cola. You got to drink water. You're probably diabetic, all these things. You got to fix all that stuff, right? So think about like the culmination of the many lifetimes that you've had. And if you felt abandoned, like for the past 10 lifetimes, and you bring that into this lifetime, and part of your soul contract in this lifetime is to get over it, is to clear it. Hey, Barb. So, so you're going to want to start working with that. So that you feel, you start to feel lighter and brighter, and looking at your life and seeing truly, like, has anybody abandoned me in this lifetime? They probably haven't. They're probably all still there. It's all still your friends or your cousins or your family, whatever. All right? So the unrequited part, unrequited love, is a big thing because a lot of people are very sad. They got that sadness, that melancholy going on. And I do a thing, it's called Heart Soul Retrieval. It's specifically for abandonment and unrequited love. Yeah. And sometimes we have to clear out other things too as well, so that we can get to you to optimum. So these are just ideas for you to think about when you're looking at yourself and you're saying, okay, so why am I not successful? Why am I not successful in love? Why am I clingy? Why am I all these things? You're asking yourself these questions. Well, these are all really good questions to ask yourself. So don't dismiss them. Look at them and see what it is. And your timelines of this lifetime can assist you with figuring out, putting the puzzle pieces in. So start writing your timelines so you can clear out some goo and cooties. You can clear out, the stuff that doesn't serve you in your energy field. Cut some cords, clear it out. Do it yourself. Because it's fun to do it yourself. And then, like, as you're doing it yourself, you're like, I did that. Yeah, cool. I'm overcoming my fear of the unknown. Rock on with my bad self, right? So try it and see how you feel. It's gonna, timelines take a while. I know. I did my timeline. It took me 3 years. Because I broke that puppy down. And I just kept breaking it down and breaking it down and breaking it down and started working with it. I'm still working with stuff. And since I started working with it, I've been like, okay, yeah, now I see the situation. I see what I learned from this. Now I need to take what I learned from it and move forward and forget about, release the rest of the crap, but take the wisdom with me so I can utilize the wisdom. I can help people with that wisdom, So thinking about it like that is a good thing, right? So when you're doing your timeline in that, look at all the people that are connected to your timeline too. Like, who is connected to your timeline? Your family, your friends, your husbands, your children, your grandchildren. All these people are connected to your timeline. And every time you heal something within yourself, the people that you are connected to also receive healing in some way, shape, or form. Is that cool or what? That's cool. So work on that with yourself, and clear yourself up. I have some blogs on the Clarity 101. It's Clarity 101, and you can go to arielgrace.net, click on Clarity 101. If you scroll down, there's like these archive, you can see the archive blog things, and you can click on the different years, and you'll see like blogs that I've written about soul contracts and about soul retrieval and about different things, and you can get an idea or some ideas, or maybe even something will click in there and you'll, oh, I'm so silly, here I am, all right, this worked, this helped. All right, so check that out, because it may end up helping you. All right, cool. All right, so we've got Diane. Why are you laying down on the job? I had to tilt the screen because I guess the phone needed to be charged before I started. So I'm working from my iPhone and my iPad. So you can switch over to the Ariel Grace page and you can see me right side up. All right, so with that being said, hi Kat. With all that being said, okay, so tonight before we go, is what I would like to do is do some heart work with you. So we're going to do a heart meditation. We're going to connect to our heart chakra. We're going to breathe into our heart chakra. And we're going to release the energy from our heart chakra, and then we're going to release the love energy out into our energy field so that we can fill the energy field with the energy of love. Because why? The energy of love can heal all things in all places in all time and space. Okay? So, and a couple of you messaged me from the last time we did this. And they're like, oh my God, I smelt roses, I smelt lilies, I smelt flowers while we were doing this, and that's so good, yay! Because that is where you want to get to. You want to get to a place where you're smelling flowers. It's like, when we do this heart work, you can do it yourself. You can connect to your heart chakra and breathe into it and let that energy flow. When you start smelling flowers, bam, you're making some stuff happen for yourself. And that is really awesome. Okay? Okay. All right. So, some of you asked me about the prosperity meditation. Prosperity meditation is at arielgrace.net. Click on the meditation tab. I forget where I put it on the page, but scroll down, you'll see it. It's a pot of gold one where you put the pot of gold in front of your feet. Get the gold to come towards you. Get the gold in your energy field so you can draw in that prosperity. Okay? So it's on the arielgrace.net page. All right, so we're going to do the meditation. So everybody take a nice deep breath. Take another deep breath. There you go. All right, take a nice deep breath and connect to your heart chakra. Your heart chakra is located in the center of your chest. It's pink or green or pink and green. So you want to connect to your heart chakra. Breathe into it. Remember, the heart chakra is like a tube. So it starts in the middle of your chest, goes out through your back, right? So as we breathe into our heart chakra, breathing light into it, connecting to it, feeling that chakra fill up the tube, feeling the air, the light, fill up the tube. And as it fills up, you feel the energy start to move back and forth. Breathing light into that chakra, allowing the energy to move back and forth. You may feel some energy move out. Allow the energy to move out. Allow your heartache, your disappointment, that unrequited love. Allow that energy to just move right on out. As you're clearing your heart chakra, breathing light into it, allowing the energy to flow back and forth, filling that heart chakra with light. Good. Now, keep filling it with light. You want to keep that energy moving. And as you fill it up, you'll start to feel that energy of love flow through you and all around you. Allowing the energy to just permeate your energetic field. Feeling that loving energy. Getting that chakra moving and grooving. Good. And keep that energy flowing. Allowing it to permeate your energetic field. Pushing out all stuff that doesn't serve you. Pushing it out of your energy field. Feeling that loving energy just wrapping around you. Good. Now, how do you feel? So you can do this every day. Every day you can connect to your heart chakra, breathe light into it, clear it, And allow that loving energy to permeate your energy field. Because it just so helps us. Helps us love ourselves. When we love ourselves, we can love others. Hey, Sandy. So, doing the connecting to your heart chakra every day, just a few minutes, and allowing that energy to flow through you and all around you is really going to assist you daily with just feeling good. Because when you feel good, you can do good for you. Right? Yeah. Okay. So, everybody, do your timelines this week. Okay? If you have trouble with your timelines, email me. A gang of girls inc@gmail.com. Okay? Let me know. That way, maybe I can help you through your timeline. All right? That's the best way to reach me. If you Facebook message me, I may not see it. Yeah, because I've missed some messages this week. So the best way you can connect with me is a gangofgirlsinc@gmail.com. Okay? And that includes for making appointments and all other good stuff. That way I won't miss ya. So I don't want you. All right? All right. So if you need the meditation, again, you can go to arielgrace.net. Click on the meditation tabs. Scroll down. You'll see them. Go for it. That's what they're there for. They're for you. That's what they're created for. You. Okay? And if you want to watch this again, I'll be uploading it tomorrow. So it'll go up on a Gang of Girls Radio website tomorrow. And remember, in the next couple weeks, a Gang of Girls Radio and arielgrace.net will be merging. And so there's already a page on arielgrace.net, a Gang of Girls Radio. And you'll be able to see it. And you can just go click on that. So everything's going on one website. Make it easier for you. Hey, that's my job, right? Right. All right. So everyone have a wonderful week. Okay? And remember to keep your hearts open and align with the energy of love. Okay? Okay. Good night.